this podcast, we are going to talk about diet with dietitian. In this episode, we are going to learn a lot about eating right kind of food which is good for our body. Watch the whole episode because we have busted a lot of myths in the end. Welcome to Food Farmacy podcast. Today with us we have a very special guest, Dietician Komal Patel. She's renowned in Ahmedabad city and she has an experience of 18 years in this field. With that, she's a diabetic educator, sports nutritionist, and she is ambassador for Fit India movement, which is by Indian government. Thank you so much for being with us in this podcast. We are so happy to have you.
Thank you, Rajashree. I'm glad to be a part of this podcast at Food Farmacy.
So, how did you get into this field of food?
So, I am basically from Maharashtra. Maharashtrian Mulgi with Gujarati culture, both together. And being in a Gujarati family, we are more obsessed about food, right? Be it the guests that are coming with, we have the whole of thali that has been celebrated.
Yeah.
Then if we have anybody having a cough and cold, we try to deal it with food itself. We are healing it with food. Be it the pregnancies or the post-pregnancy care that we have to take. I have seen my nani, dadis and moms doing that only with food. They would be somebody who would avoid medication and try to focus majorly on food at that portion of time. So that actually made me realize that if food is of so much importance in almost everything that is a part of a life, why not make me get involved into it and read more about it and understand it. So that way I pursued my graduation and post-graduation into dietetics. But then gradually being into part of this all food and nutrition, the biology part of it, why it is required, I also found fascinated is our ancient roots are much more stronger where they talk about all those little things that are there in our own kitchen.
Right.
So I combine those along with the modern science and give it a way where people can take it for a longer period of time. So there is nothing that apne ko bahar se kuch khana hai. It is there in your own kitchen. You just have to find it out, put it at a right combination and give them that kind of combination so that they are able to follow and they see result and they are happy with it. So nothing
that
fancy.
Would give us a result, not following a keto or a Western diet.
Exactly.
But eating what our grandparents used to eat makes sense now.
It does. So there was always a scientific approach for them. So you call it an Ayurveda or a scientific approach or an ancient wisdom that it is. The lack of that information has not been passed forward. That is what we do as a dietitians because we know food inherently. We know the chemical proportions, portions, everything about it. So when we are combining it with what disease or a disorder one has and that food is going to help in or worsen that kind of a condition, we can help them better way.
So you are a practicing dietitian for past 18 years. And your role is so important in our lives because as much as we go to a doctor, a physician for some health issue, you are so important and you have impact over our lives. So exactly if we have to ask you, how can you help us and what's your role?
Okay, now being a dietitian, everybody here there is a taboo that dietitian only helps in losing weight or gaining weight, but that's not true. A real role of a dietitian is to make people understand what exactly is the need of the body according to the age, according to the gender that they have, according to the locality or geography that they live into, and what is the kind of food that would suit the body. When you're talking about specific disorders or diseases, there are certain food which suits that body. So we are somebody who can help what is the combination, right combination of food that you need to have, what are the timings that you can have that food into, and what exactly the whole of lifestyle is. So it doesn't only stop with the food, but it is about the exercise also, it is about the mindful eating also, it is about how the whole day has to be planned so that your body becomes healthy and fit for the future as well and for the right now moment.
So if we follow a diet, and can we reverse a health condition based on that?
So that again depends upon what condition and at what level the condition
is.
For
example, a diabetes, a thyroid as an issue.
So if you have type 2 diabetes, yes, that can be reversed, but type 1 cannot be reversed. Now again in type 2 there are so many different stages that we look on. Certain people are only on the medication part, certain people have medication plus insulin.
Yes.
So again, what is the age of that person, what is the state of the diabetes or the disorder that the person is having. Definitely I with my clients have tried to reverse diabetes, because being a diabetic educator I know what is the right combination of food goes well with the medication that a doctor advises. But here it is a role of a doctor as well as dietitian both together, because the medication part has been taken care by him and the food part is taken care by us. So the diabetes can be reversed with the help of both the professionals that is required.
I see. And what about thyroid or PCOD, PCOS?
PCOD, PCOS specifically, yes, can be reversed, but that is not only with the food, that is the overall lifestyle that needs to be corrected, right, kind of and stuff. Because with the hormonal imbalances that we have, it is food, it is the exercise part, it is the sleep part and the mental health that is very much required. So if these all are aligned in a way, definitely the PCOD, PCOS can be reversed. Thyroid, there are less chances where it can be reversed, because it is a disorder where you have to be very careful with many other things. But yes, we can control the thyroid, control the doses accordingly by taking care of all the factors that are affecting the thyroid.
So you would advise them a right kind of diet, considering their medicine, their exercise, their routine, everything.
Everything, yes.
Yeah. So, but there is this thing that there are these food that you can definitely not eat, but we crave to eat those food only then.
True. Once you say no to something, a body or a mind wants to have that only. Specifically for diabetic, if you say you do not have to have sugar, they would crave only for sugar.
Consciously, they want to pick up that sweet only.
Yes.
So how to deal with that?
Okay, so now when, for example, there is if a diabetic patient is craving for sugar, you have to make sure that body doesn't crave for anything if a body is completely nourished.
Okay.
So even if, for me, if you ask me, I have not craved for anything, because I know what all nutrition are to be balanced in my body so that it doesn't crave. So be it the protein, the fiber, the vitamins, the minerals or the water content that is to be taken for the day, if it is in a proper amount, with proper ratios, with proper timings, body won't crave for it. Even with diabetic patients, that is a mental thing that happens. Ki bhai mujhe dikh raha hai and I want to have that sugar. But body would not demand it.
Okay.
If the whole days their plan has been in such a way that the fiber has been taken care, the protein has been taken care, those spikes doesn't happen on and off, then that sugar cravings are not there. If that sugar insulin or the sugar check is in control, it will not always crave for sugar
Only
things.
when there is the balance is not maintained, imbalance happens, then the body
you crave for it. You crave for it. So when there are deficiencies also, the body craves for it. So certain times we crave for more of sugar because there is a magnesium deficiency that we have. We crave for fried food or salty food, basically when we are PMSing or we are charming. So that also is because of deficiencies that our body has. If it is taken care of those things, the body doesn't crave for it.
So body is giving you a sign that this is why you want to eat this.
Yes. So you need to check it. Body speaks to us. You just need to hear what it is speaking, listen and understand what it is requiring and feed it accordingly. Then all the processes are on the...
Okay. In spite of doing multiple things, we see a lot of people suffering from stubborn weight. And that becomes an issue for them, just not for their body, but their mental health and their family.
True.
So how do really deal with stubborn weight gain and stubborn weight?
So here there are two things that needs to be focused majorly on. One is the physical thing that body is asking you to, and second is the mental thing. Now when you're talking about having that heavy weight, we do not mind having heavy weight if a person is fit and healthy. Say for example, if you are almost 50 kgs and I am around 70 kgs, what matters is the fat percentage that we have, the fitness level that we have. If at 70 my fat is okay, like to the normal range that I have more of fitness level, the weight here doesn't matter.
Okay.
Right? So a person is only judged by the appearance majorly. In the family, volo, friend circle, everybody wants to hear you are fat, that body shaming has made an mental impact for the people around, that I want to lose weight only because I want to look good. No, rather you should be in a way that I want to lose my weight because I want to be fit and healthy for my future, for not getting any kind of disorder or diseases in my body. So if that is the reason or the focus for losing weight, it becomes very easy. though it is a stubborn fat. So for the stubborn fat, what matters is why you want to lose weight. So whoever comes to my clinic, if it is a weight loss or that person is looking for, I would ask, why do you want to do that? So if a person says that I want to do because I am getting married, or because if everybody is nagging behind me, or the family wants me to lose weight, I say it will not going to happen, because you do not want it. People are making you want that. So you have to make sure that why do you want to be in that shape or that form or that weight that you want to carry.
At this age, when I see my friends, there are few friends who have weight gain issues. So they probably want to get married. They are in that phase because they have to get married, so they have to lose weight.
Yes.
Or they are not able to have a kid, so the doctor is like, you lose weight.
So that is the another part. So for example, if somebody is married and not able to conceive, the fat is not making her giving that kind of a right energy to conceive the baby.
Okay.
So there, that is a medical condition that appears. Here there is nothing, everything is fit and fine, only because somebody else, I want to get married and I want to lose weight, that will not happen. Agreed that she has to lose weight, she has to look beautiful with the skin, with the hair, with the hormones that she carries. Because each and every part of the body is going to speak in a way. Hormones would speak about the energy. The skin and hair is going to look about how you are reacting with it. So every part needs to be in a correct position. But then you should know what exactly you want for yourself, and then take a step ahead, that if you want to lose a stubborn fat, it is not something which is only for temporary thing. It would be for a longer period of time. So that is a lifestyle that you have to follow, and not just a temporary thing.
But see, stubborn weight is there. They don't know what to do with it. So they starve, which is number one. Then they, in stress, they eat more. And number three, they are hearing so much from their family, friends, that they are drained.
Agreed. So that is the reason why if I know that I want to lose weight for myself, I will put all the effort that is required. Firstly, by not taking a step which is again a shortcut, but something which is going to help my overall health. So when I talk about overall health, it talks about almost everything that comes to the body. So skin, hair, hormones, my energy levels, everything has been counted in that. Nobody has to skip their meals or cut down on anything only to lose weight. Understand what your body is demanding, give food accordingly, and it is easy to follow only if you eat the food or have a diet which you know you can follow it for a longer period of time. So specifically for stubborn fit, people might go over cutting down on many of the things, maybe the carbs. They would go on fat diets that are available right now, maybe a keto diet if I talk about. Again, think, are you going to do this for a longer period of time? No. So if you will go on and off, there is a yo-yo effect that happens. Right? You lose weight, you gain it back. You lose weight, you gain it back. That is affecting the body because it is stressing your body in a way that metabolism also goes down.
And body doesn't know what to do with it.
Exactly.
Either be in the reserve mode or
in the fight.
energy.
Yes. The fighting and the fight mode. That is what it is always in that. So go very slow. Even in a month, if you are able to lose 2 to 3 kgs, it's fair enough for the body to get that change, because losing 2 to 3 kgs is something that your body has accepted and it is not going to come back again. But only by eating right food, then only you will be able to sustain it for a longer period of time.
There are a lot of supplements and fat cutter supplements, fat cutting food. So much is out there in the market.
True.
And people want to try because it looks okay. In few days, few weeks, you're gonna probably from 80 you're gonna become 70, but that doesn't happen. It would just worsen the
for short period it will give you that result, but then as soon as you are off everything, definitely it would come back. So there are certain supplements, maybe certain food items I would rather say, which actually helps in helping us increase the metabolism and in a way decrease the fat loss.
Which are the food that helps increase metabolism?
So there are certain spices and herbs in our own kitchen like jeera and sauf and all those stuff which increases them. Then there is specifically green teas which actually help with, because green teas has more of vitamin C which is going to help us with the fat loss. So not one specific food is going to help you lose your weight, rather it is a combination of the overall diet or the lifestyle that you are going to live that is going to help us lose weight.
And also it has to be planned. You just can't be dependent on one thing. So also you need other food which complements what you're doing for your weight.
True. So only giving, for example, if I eat only food that is going to help me with cutting down of my fat, there are certain specific food, and here I eat junk food that is not going to anyways help us in losing weight. So it is again, I would say it is not also that you have to cut down of everything. Like we are social animals. We have to go out. We are eating outside. We have friends and families. We have functions and festivals.
Yeah.
So in that days also you have to celebrate that. That's again some moment where your body needs to know that this is a celebration and I am going to eat those puri or jalebis or gulab jamuns, but then you should know when and how much to control it, like the portion control that we're talking about, and this is going to be a sometime. So do not go completely off like nahi main to sadhu ban gaya hu, I'm not going to eat that. No, you will not be able to survive for a longer period of time then, because when you're outside, people would like you to eat, people would like to celebrate it, and for us Indians, celebration is always connected with food. So that is something always a part of it. Enjoy that day, but then the next day come back to what your routine was. આપણામાં એ જ થાય છે કે we actually enjoy that moment and then we carry it forward for more 5-6 days. So that is the practice that we need to do.
And for people who have weight issues, they would eat at that point but feel so guilty about eating that food. The guilt is gonna harm, right?
Yes. So when you are giving that signal to your body that whatever I am eating, I am guilty for it and it is a wrong food, your body will process in that format as only. So if I say I am eating a pizza and I am guilty about eating that pizza, that signal is going to get in my brain and that is a process it will not digest and it will damage the body. If I am eating a pizza, I say I am eating my pizza with a portion control and happily I know what to do next.
It.
You should do that. But portion control it and the next day come back to what you are, your normal routine is.
Yeah.
So do not guilt, because mind is something that reads you very loudly. So whatever you are taking food as, it is going to process it in that format only.
Right. So all these years you have transformed so many lives. Would you like to share a story of any of your client which was really tough but you made it?
There are many, but so maybe I will talk about two. One is the disorder or the diabetes that I will talk about. So she's a lady who is almost around 60. 59-60, her age is 59-60. She was on an insulin of around almost 90 units and the diabetes was uncontrolled. So being a diabetic educator, I had to make sure that what are all the things that needs to be compiled of. So along with her doctor, of course, she was on 90 unit with the diet changes, with the lifestyle changes. Right now she is not on insulin, and with 5 medications, she's only on 2 medications and trying to balance her diabetes in a way and control it in that format. That's since amazing. Almost 1 year. So that is something, a very good thing, that yes, with lifestyle changes, disorders can be reversed, but you have to make sure that you are dedicated enough for doing whatever changes have been asked for. So it was not something that she had to go off many things, but yes, mindful eating, sleeping on time, the exercise that we had asked her, maybe a normal walk also, and proper food combinations that were made for her. So that was something that helped her.
Wonderful.
Now when you're talking about majorly what people want to listen, that is weight loss. So we had a person who was almost more than 150 kgs, very obese, we could say that. His doctor were like, kuch karna padega, otherwise we had to go for a surgery kind of and stuff. So when he once came, he asked me, boy, exercise and all, what you need to be done. I said no exercises for now. Till we reach to a proper amount of weight, we will not stress any part of your body. So first almost 20 kgs we did it with diet plan, only through the food and all the changes that were done. Then we started including the exercises. Then there were experts who took care of physio and everything that were required, the normal exercise routine. And he has lost almost, you could say, 70 kgs, 70-80 kgs.
70-80 kgs.
Yeah, but he was more than 150, so we had to get him down that.
Of course.
And with his normal range.
How does this happen? Like, how does a weight reach to 150?
So sometimes, if I asked the same question, it was like the profession that he was into. that actually did not triggered him that it is gaining, because that moment of time his focus was to develop the business that he was into, right? So that time there is so much of traveling that is happening around, there is so much of food that is there, so much of stress that is happening around. So at that moment you really do not understand what your body goes through, and the priority is not the health or the body at that time, the priority was something else. So once you know now what your priority is, for example, being in healthy body, you can achieve what all goals you wanted to do that. You can achieve what all business, or you can explore and expand what much you want. But if you are healthy enough, you could do it in a very proper way, rather in a better way.
And giving that 1-2 hours every day for body.
Yes.
Can only help.
Yeah. So yes, so many success stories, but these two were something like they were extremes, and I had to put it here.
So when you said he was eating a lot because of the stress, so stress really makes people eat a lot.
Acha, now the stress part is we have made that thing because of the social media or the market around कि stress होता है तो खाना ज़्यादा होता है. Ideally, it is not that. Whenever your body is into stress, there is a hormone that gets released into your gut health, which actually is not happy for the gut, right? That is the time when your energy levels और वो जो अग्नि होता है that goes down because वो stress release हुआ है. But then because pictures में दिखाया है, then there is then reels or the videos that are coming up कि मेरे को stress है, मैं ice cream खा रही हूँ, that people have taken it in their mind कि भाई stress होता है तो खाना ही पड़ता है. It is not at all that. Rather, that is an opposite way. Whenever there is stress, your body needs to calm down and relax at that time. You do not need to give them more amount of food.
But temporary, it gives pleasure.
But then again, it is a temporary. That is again because of the mental thing that मैं अगर कुछ मीठा खाऊंगा तो मेरा stress कम हो जाएगा, which is not the case.
So how to deal? Okay, I am in a stressful situation, and one thing is food. But if not food, what else can we do?
So if in case you are under stress, so I would say the stress is something which, if it is good to improve you, to motivate you, that is a good stress.
Yes.
So that is something which everybody has in their day-to-day life, where they want to finish that work.
Helps us grow.
Yeah. The second one, which is impacting your body, is something you need to specifically focus on, because that kind of stress would give you many kind of tensions, diseases, disorders to your body. Now whenever there is this kind of stress where you do not want food to be a part of it, music is something which helps a lot. That's a therapy that we have seen. Secondly is meditating it. Again, that's a therapy. Going out for a walk. Maybe just take a walk for 5-10 minutes and come back again. Change of a place. Then playing with your pets, your kids, that again gives you that happy hormones, because those are the people, or those are the kids and the pets are something which gives you that kind of enjoyfulness. So there are so many ways to get off stress, but we have focused majorly on only food. So yes, we can definitely come down on stress with other part of the life as well.
So there's so much of junk food around us, in ads, in everywhere.
Yes.
So, and we are always seeing it, and we want to have it. So how to stop ourselves and help ourselves from inside to transform? You know, you have to not see this but eat good food.
So market is flooded with this kind of food where you talk about the pizzas, the burgers, the packet foods that are all around.
And every new building has a pizza shop.
Yes. So what I say is, whenever you want to have something which is not good for your body, so that's a junk food, have it only maybe once or twice in a month. जैसे मेहमान घर पे आते हैं, they come very rare, right? So that is a time that is how you select that kind of food. For example, after 10 days or 15 days, I want to have something which I see from outside. Maybe that is a one meal that you would be eating, not the whole day. So that also one needs to understand कि अगर मुझे खाना है पिज्ज़ा, that would be only one pizza that I would be eating. That's enough. तो हम क्या करते हैं, पूरा दिन becomes our cheat days rather. It's not a cheat meal, it becomes a cheat day kind of and stuff. So that is going to impact your body. Of course, it is going to have bad effect for the whole of the day that you have done. Now, how do you understand that this is not good for you? It is only by the learning and the knowledge and the awareness that can be created. There are more videos rather I would say, which is giving this awareness that this is wrong, this is right. You need to understand what kind of food is good for me and what not. Right? And I would to still say have it. There's nothing like you have to go off completely, but then have it with the portion control that it is. Have it when the day demands. Have it only once in a while. Have only a meal of it. Say for example, if I have eaten my pizza, I would not go for a dessert. If I want to have a dessert, I would eat my normal meal and then have a dessert. So that is how you have to play with your food and mind.
But see, kids nowadays, they're so much into, like, they're seeing so much.
Yes.
And also parents eat everything in front of them. They drink Coke, so kid also
Wants
to
to
try
have
Coke.
that.
Coke is the worst thing for the teeth and body both.
True.
For the small kids.
True.
So, and also there was a big controversy of Sting. There is this energy drink which is not made for kids, but kids across
are having that.
Villages are having it, which is gonna probably worsen their gut health, everything.
True.
So how to probably start from the foundation of the kid, you know, how to make them eat and choose for themselves, that you cannot choose a Coke, you have to choose probably a lemonade,
right,
like that.
Okay, so for kids, their parents are always the role model. So they would always follow what their parents are going to do. So whenever a kid is obese or that comes to our clinic, I would always blame the parents, not the kid, because he is somebody, he is yet growing. He doesn't have that much amount of knowledge that a parent would have. So whenever these kind of patients or children come to us, we have different sessions. So one is only with the parents, then parents go out, then one is only with the kid, and then I combine both of them together to understand what is happening with their kind of thing. Yeah, they do. Because we ask questions accordingly. We become very friendly with them. So they do. And what I have seen is, because the parent is having it, or because of mom's convenience rather, I would say, they are giving those kind of food to them.
Yeah.
Right? And I agree that there are very less healthy foods around where we can see that becomes easy for a mom to pack it into the tiffin or whatever it is. But then we have to play around, we have to take a call for this, ki bhaiya, this is not good for my kid, I am not going to put it. Make sure that you prepare something which is pre-hand, or get food which is healthy. Now the health market is growing like anything. There are many brands which are coming up with these healthy options that we can get it around, and you just need to know that this is available here and I have to just buy it up, and this is easy, quick, and goes to my kids tiffin or my kids meal, right? So parents are somebody who has to take care when it is kid. Secondly, the schools are actually giving that kind of a knowledge. Every school nowadays are having dietitians where they are planning their meals. So schools where the meal has been included, so the meal has been prepared by a dietitian only. Some little awareness programs maybe at the kids age group from maybe 6 to 12 is required, where this is the time where they would understand what is good or what is bad for them. So maybe the awareness program or the government could do something with the thing that is there around, all floating with unhealthy options, put a break at least nearby the school area or the college areas. That could be something good. That so UK has it, the government has stopped all the junk food available at least 4 miles near the schools.
That's brilliant.
So that is something which a government can do, of course, not we. But then getting knowledge from our home itself is something that we can ask them.
So now we spoke about kids and how to deal with them from the very basic. What is an ideal balanced diet and a balanced meal that we could offer the kid and also adult?
Okay. So the balanced diet that we're talking about varies from age to age. So for kid it would be different RDA that is required. RDA is recommended allowances. For adult it would be different. For seniors it would be different. So according to the age, according to the activity that they are doing, be it a sedentary or somebody who is more active, so the plan changes, the diet accordingly changes. But for normal individual, let's talk about normal individual, not only kids. Say for example, if it's an adult who is a sedentary lifestyle, sitting in the job, having an office and all that stuff, doing an exercise, the balanced diet always at about 3 big meals and 2 small meals. So 3 big meals are your breakfast, lunch and dinner. But those 3 big meals has to be a complete feast, I would say. The feast is all about protein, your carbs, your fat, your vitamins and minerals. Right? So apda tya breakfast is something which is very quick, chai and khakra, which is again an incomplete kind of and stuff.
And it's just wheat.
And it's just milk, nothing else. Right? Even for the dinner, if we say, that is again, it is an incomplete for us. It would be either roti sabzi or something poha or an upma. For them, they think that it is lighter. No, it is not lighter for your body. The poha upma at dinner is not lighter because it is lighter for you to make it, but it is not lighter for you to digest it. Because dinner is the time when your body requires good amount of protein because there is a repairing happening at the night time.
True.
So that is the time when your body requires all the 5 elements. Little bit of carb, good amount of protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals.
So what should we have in breakfast, number one?
So breakfast, these are the good options. So the poha, your upma, your chilas along with some sprouts and a fruit is a good option to have for a breakfast.
Okay.
Lunch is normal, apna roti, chawal, dal,
So
sabzi.
people say that we should start our day with a hot water and lemon in it, turmeric in it. All of that would be
So that
required, or we could just start the day with a simple
no.
breakfast.
So you cannot start your day with anything which gives a spike. So tea, coffee is something which is going to hit it.
Okay.
So rather have it with a dry fruit or fruit or your haldi wala pani, whatever you are doing, but not immediately tea and coffee.
Okay.
Take something before your tea and coffee, then have your tea. It is not at all ki you have to go off your chai and coffee. You can definitely enjoy your chai and coffee with a teaspoon of sugar to it, of course. But then balance the whole day accordingly.
But the trend is so different. Black coffee in the morning, and we start our day.
So
just
when you want
with
to
that.
when you want to hit a gym, that is something has been given. So that is another case. So for example, somebody is into workouts, the heavy workouts that are talking about the strength training and all. Of course, that black coffee, but along with some fat.
Okay.
So that would be almonds, walnuts, little bit of
I
raisins.
see.
So that is a combination that generally I ask people to do it, so that it gives you a steady spike of your sugar and gives you that energy till you complete your workout.
And proteins with it
Yes, after the workout.
for workout. But it's just if people are not working out, just a normal breakfast with a
is good to
fruit
go. Yeah,
is good
it's
to
good
go.
to go.
And how should an ideal lunch be?
So lunch has to
Gujarati
be,
lunch and a non-Guju lunch as well.
okay. So it is the same. I would say I did not have my graph, but I do make it. So if you assume that there is a thali that you have, the round one, half of the portion of your thali has to be vegetables. That is the fiber.
Okay.
So it comes from your salad, it comes from your sabjis, it comes from the raita thing that you have.
Papaya and stuff like
Exactly. So that is half of the plate has to be
Yeah.
fiber. The other half that is remaining, you divide it into two portions. The one part is your roti, rice, idli, that part, and the other half you have your protein. So that is your dal, pulses, maybe eggs, paneer, chicken if somebody is into. So this is how a balanced thali would look like. So it has to be more of fiber. Half proportion of your dal, half proportion of your
This is
carb.
exactly how a balanced meal should be
look
like. But then people are saying, okay, if I'm having a roti, I will not have rice. If I'm having rice, I'm not having roti. So should we do that, or should we stick to the balanced meal?
No, ideally you should do that, because when you're talking about 1/4 of your thali has to be that rice and roti combination, you choose.
Okay.
Either you love rice, have rice. If you want to have roti, because you cannot have both, because that becomes the more portion of your carbs.
Okay.
फिर उसके सामने your dal would be less, your sabjis would be less.
Would eating that one bowl of dal suffice our protein?
No, it doesn't. But for that particular meal, it is. For the whole day, no.
So what do we do for protein?
Many things. So there are nuts, there are sprouts, then there is sattu now, which is like famous kind of and stuff. You can just put it in a glass of water or a buttermilk and have it. You can have curd or a yogurt that is in between. So these are all the proteins that goes for throughout the day.
Okay.
So from dal, of course, in that particular meal it is going to suffice that protein. But then for the whole day you have to balance it by giving lot of proteins.
Right. And what is an ideal dinner scenario like?
Okay, for me, if you ask my people, they would be eating a combination of everything again. So sometimes they might skip this carbs, but then the carbs would be from vegetables. So if I ask about moong dal chila that they have, so it's in protein.
Yeah.
The pulses that goes in, there would be a lot of vegetables. वहाँ carbs भी आ जाएगा, fiber भी आ जाएगा, and along with it there would be a green chutney or a paneer grated over it. So that's a complete meal that you can have. You can have roti and sabzi. Now that
It doesn't have to be so complicated.
No, it is
it's
not.
easy, right?
It is.
We just need to follow it.
Yes. So roti sabji again, apna there we have palak dal, chana dal, dudhi chana
so
dal
many.
ki sabji. Again, there is a combination of a sabji and a dal together, which is going to help us with balancing that plate.
And what would you suggest if somebody loves having breads and English food more?
So they can have it. Again, I would say if you want to have your breads, breakfast is the better option to have your breads in, because the rest of the day is there for you to burn out that, but along with more of fiber when you have your breakfast. If you want something which is in a fancy thing, maybe a pasta or a spaghetti or kind of and stuff, try and add more of veggies to it. So pastas are okay,
to balance,
but balance it with more of vegetable. Have a bowl of beans or an paneer along with it. So that's a complete combination that you can work on. But for here, what we like is pasta only with cheese. So that is again an incomplete thing, which is going to spike your sugar, of course. So balance it, then you can definitely have and enjoy the meal that you want to.
And the major food trend that we had last year was millets.
Yes.
There are so many millets, and it's our traditional food. Everybody before us, like our ancestors, used to have millets, and it was rich in everything.
True.
Now we get millets, but we don't know what to do with it.
True. Okay, so millets are something which has good amount of vitamins, minerals, fiber and protein in it. The only thing is we need to understand what is the millet that goes along with. Say for example, bajre ki roti, everybody used to have it in Gujarat specifically, right? So that bajra is a millet. You have it with your sabzi, with your dal, with your curry, that is a combination. When you're talking about jowar specifically is Maharashtra's major thingy. So they have it again with pulses, they have it with
as a
pitla,
roti.
as a roti, right? Then if you're talking about ragi, again it was used as in Maharashtra, as south rather. They used to have a muddle, porridge for the ragi thing, and they used to have it with roti and sabzi. So all the millet can be in a form of a roti. Secondly, you cook them, the whole millet if you want to, but then there is a process how you use your millets. Every millet has to be either soaked or either roasted because they are heavy. They are very heavy in terms of digesting those millet. Your body needs to be very strong to digest it. So there is a process before you use that millets. Either soak it, either roast it, so that the digestion becomes easy. So you can make now porridges out of any of the millet. You can make khichdi out of it. You can make your rotis out of it. There are, like I would say, there are so many millet recipes that are floating around, and
it can be used as a wheat also and as a rice both. So wherever you put your wheat, you can put the
Now there are idlis also and dosas also made with millets. So yes, we can do that.
And it's a great replacement for the kids, especially if you want to give them a
wholesome food.
Yeah, great. So there are a lot of myths that we have about food. What should we eat and why should we eat and what should we not eat? So I'm going to ask you a few myth busters. You could just give a reply on what do you think about it. Number one is if we stop eating wheat, rice, milk, we will lose weight.
No, that's not true. If you are sensitive to any one of this, then and then only you need to stop it. Otherwise, balanced diet is something helps lose weight.
Right. What about quinoa?
A good food in terms of protein and fiber that you talk about, but for Indians, the moraya is something that you can replace quinoa with, again cheaper with same profile of nutrition that it has.
So we can avoid quinoa and we could
replace it with millet, moraya.
Skipping rice is gonna make us feel better and not give us that bulky feeling.
The South Indian people all would be obese. They are not, right? So a right proportion of food always matters, be it rice or a roti. That is going to help us with balancing it.
Is fruit diet a thing?
Yes, people are doing this kind of a fruit diet, but again for a day it is fine. You cannot lose weight only with fruit diet. A bad thing to do it.
Can we have ice cream in diet?
Yes, you can have ice cream in diet in proper proportion and at right timing. So if you want to have something which is loaded with fat and sugar, have it before 5. So that is something which will at least help not to.
Ideally we should eat before 7 and 5. No, if we have to eat our food like the last meal, we should eat it by 7, 8 or
no,
do we have a restriction?
No, it is not true. Yes, digestion becomes little weak, but then you cannot change your schedules. So according to your schedule, if you are coming back at 9, make sure you have a walk, have your dinner, have a walk after your meal and then sleep. At least 2 hours before you sleep, your dinner should be done.
Right. Orange juice. Can we have it or no?
No, a big no, because say for example, if you're having an orange, that is something you will get say 20 calories, but along with the fiber, along with the vitamins and minerals. You are having a glass full of orange, that would pile up with 4 oranges, so you're almost 4 times the calories that you are eating. Secondly, we are cutting away all the fiber, so it is just a sugar spike that happens. Even if you do not add sugar to your orange juices, you are increasing your sugar level by just compiling the calories to it.
And similarly for all fruits.
All fruit juices. So fruits are always better if you have teeth, only juices if you do not have teeth.
Okay. Is jaggery better or a white sugar?
Okay. So the white sugar is the processed sugar which has been processed by some chemicals. Jaggery in a way has little amount of vitamins and minerals when it is made rather. So again, jaggery and sugar has the same calories. If sugar has 4, jaggery also has 4. So you need, if you are somebody who is calorie conscious, it has same calories. Again, because of certain minerals that it has, it is better to have jaggery than the sugar.
Like iron?
Iron.
But it's minimal in
It is minimal, but then when you combine your iron with your protein, so for example, if you have gourd chana, sing chana, that is going to be a complete meal. So again, an energy booster.
And ghee is gonna give us weight gain.
No, it is not going to give a gain. If you are frying your stuff in your ghee, yes, weight gain, but ghee is something which is a superfood which is going to heal every cells and tissues of your body. So a proper proportion, that is 1 to 2 teaspoons of ghee for the whole day, yes, it is required.
And which are the other options, like you gave gourd chana, one thing is a complete meal, snack complete meal and makes us feel full. So which are such other options that we could follow?
I would say the one that I follow, that is gourd chana, tofu and gourd I love. Then peanut and jaggery I love. I would have yogurt and raisins, apni kari suki draksh along with the yogurt, I try and have that. Then a fruit and a nut, again a good combination of a carb and a protein and fiber both together. So these are all the combinations which you can have when you add as in snacking options.
As a snack. And we could stop eating all fried food and switch to this.
Yes. It's once in a
like a snack. Fried snack, no, but this, yes. That's amazing. And do celebrities follow a diet regime?
They to have to, because every celebrity has their own role for what kind of movie that they are into. Say for example, certain celebrities would have to look fat into that role. So that diet plan goes accordingly. Certain celebrities have to look like so slim, the diet plan goes accordingly. I would say the toughest lifestyle somebody follows is the celebrity, because they have to shoot it at midnight, they might have to shoot it at middle of something, in the snow, whatever climatic conditions have been given, they have to perform there. So the food there becomes very important kind of in regime, because whatever you see on the screen is only the looks, but the back of it is the effort that a celebrity is always taken up.
That's brilliant. Do you work with celebrities?
I do.
Okay, so that was an amazing series of Mythbusters with you. We have learned so much, and I think a lot of myths have been broken.
True.
Great. We are about to end this podcast, and we want you to give a message to all the working women, the mothers, the people who take a call for the house, and also who probably make the food.
Surely.
What is the message for them?
So, if you remember a saying that if a mother is educated, the whole family is educated. Similarly, if a woman is healthy, the whole family is going to be healthy.
Wow.
Because she is somebody who is going to take care of the health part, the food part of the whole family. So, for all the women out there, I would like to tell them, please do take care of yourself, because you neglect your health like anything. Be it a working woman, be it the housewife, be it the mother, she would be all behind all the people around the house and the family, but they would not take care of themselves. But a small urge or a request to everybody, please do take care of yourself, because if you are fit and healthy, the whole family is going to be fit and healthy. And when you're talking about food, there are so many easy stuff you could prepare by yourself. Maybe you have a weekend, that is Sunday. We cannot run away from the work, that is for sure. Being a woman, we have to work.
And you have to balance.
And you have to balance, yes. So when you're talking about balancing it in form, you have a day, prepare the whole of the week in a way. Prepare some stuff and keep it handy in your fridge, in your containers, so that it is easy for you to combine, take it along with you. For the office women, what I see is they would not have breakfast. They would directly have lunch, because time nahi mila. Khana bana rahe the, breakfast bana rahe the, and I had to pack my lunch for kids and for the families. But then make sure you at least have a fruit when you are starting your day. Your day has to be so much energetic.
Keep one dabba for you.
Yes, and miss 2 dabbas for you.
2 dabbas. Wonderful. On that note, we'd end our podcast, but we also want to congratulate you for your new brand, Window. amazing brand, clean label products that you have formulated, and I'm sure it's going to do wonders in the market, and it's going to help so many people, because it is something which is solving an issue of healthy food at an affordable price.
Yes, thank you so much for that. I'm glad to have you having me here at Food Farmacy, because I have seen that this is a shop where you can have everything you want when you're talking about in health, be it a snack, be it a drink, be it a chocolate, or anything for your kid or your family. This is a store where you can find health for all. So amazing work that you have done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And that is our end of our podcast. We have learned so much about diet, health, recipes from expert, and we are going to learn it and we are going to apply it to our everyday lives and help us and our families to live better. On that note, we are going to sign off. See you until the next podcast.